Over the years, gay people have been persecuted, contended upon, and not accepted by other people.
One reason why people viewed gay people as inferior was because of the Bible. People revolved their lives around the Bible, and if the Bible opposed homosexuality, then they must as well. Supporting gay people would simply go against God and would be considered unholy.
Another reason why people opposed gay people was because of homophobia. For some, the thought of being attracted to someone of the same sex was just too much to comprehend.
2 out of 3 Americans look upon homosexuals with disgust, discomfort, or fear.
For instance, in the early 1960s, police began to shut down gay bars. They believed that gay people could not own property. As a result, gay bar owners decided to fight back against the police and formed the Tavern Guild in the year 1962.
In 1962 was a gay march that was held in front of Independence Hall in Philadelphia.
Many historians believe that this march marked the beginning of today's modern-day gay rights movement. New York City and Washington, D.C. were intrigued by this march. Together, the 3 states, Philadelphia, New York, and Washington, D.C., formed the East Coast Homophile Organization in the year 1963. These homophile organizations would allow them to coordinate activities together.
In 1964, an organization in San Francisco was founded to join together homosexual activists and religious leaders. This group, called the Council of Religion and the Homosexual, was formed by the Guild Memorial Church. The ministers of the church formed a New Year's ball for the community. Police showed up at this ball and arrested some of the founding ministers. This event placed a restraint on future police harassment.
The organization formed in 1964 was the Society of Individual Rights. This organization was founded in California and was focused on building community. In 1966, the Society of Individual Rights opened a community center for gays and lesbians. By 1968, the organization had over 1,000 members.
In 1969, very famous riots occurred in New York's Greenwich Village. These riots are known as the Stonewall Riots. One night, police raided a gay bar and made all its customers exit the building and file out onto the streets. However, the customers did not follow police obediently like normal. They fought back. It is unclear to this day which incident caused the riot to begin, but there was a riot nonetheless. Rioters threw coins, bottles, rocks, and other items at the police, as well as set fire to trash cans and yelled taunts to the police. When they were ushered back inside, they proceeded to trash the inside and beat a heterosexual folk singer who was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Word spread throughout the city, and soon hundreds of others came to the Stonewall Inn to join the fight.
Police were reinforced by the Tactical Patrol Force, which was a riot control squad that was specially trained in dispersing groups of people that protested against the Vietnam War. The following evening, the rioters returned by the thousands. These disturbances and protests continued with varying intensity for a total of 5 days. Because of these riots, there was talk of establishing a new organization called the Gay Liberation Front that would fight for gay rights.
Soon after the Stonewall riots, a man named Craig Rodwell, a bookshop owner in New York, worked to commemorate the Stonewall riots. Rodwell and local lesbian allies, led by Ellen Gordy, went to an Eastern Regional Conference of Homophile Organizations meeting in Philadelphia, where they voted to replace the 4th of July annual reminder at Independence Hall in Philadelphia with the first commemoration of the Stonewall riots.
Other liberation groups also wanted to officially hold commemorative events of their own, and Rodwell accommodated them by organizing the first Gay Pride Week.
The first Gay Pride Day was held in Los Angeles, where they organized a large parade. Smaller demonstrations were held in San Francisco, Chicago, and Boston. An early gay liberation front leader named Brenda Howard organized annual marches to commemorate the Stonewall riots that became known as Gay Pride Parades.
These early victories laid the groundwork for the mass coming out of gay people in the early 1970s, neutralizing the greatest obstacle of police harassment. During this time, gay activists protested the classification of homosexuality as a mental illness by the American Psychiatric Association in their Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. In 1973, it was declared that homosexuality is not a mental disorder per se, but rather classified as a category of sexual orientation disturbance.
After 2 unsuccessful tries for a seat as a city supervisor, Harvey Milk, the first openly gay politician, made it into city politics as an appointee of Mayor George Moscone, and then he won the election seat on the San Francisco Board of Supervisors in 1977. His election was a major milestone in the gay political community, and he quickly became a role model to many gay individuals. Milk made it known that he wanted to be seen as a person and political figure, not just as gay.
He says, "All over the country they are reading about me, and the story doesn't center on me being gay. It's just about a person who is doing his job." Milk was referred to as the mayor of Castro, as he was a leader of the gay activist movement, thus making him a target of praise and hate.
Good evening. George Moscone, the mayor of San Francisco, was shot dead in his office in City Hall this morning. So was Harvey Milk, a city supervisor. Both shot, both murdered.
A year after Milk took office, he was murdered in his office, along with Mayor George Moscone, by Dan White, a political opponent and former member of the city supervisors. White climbed through a window at City Hall and entered the office and killed both men with a pistol. White was convicted of manslaughter and sentenced to 7 years in jail, resulting with the gays of San Francisco rioting outside City Hall on May 21, 1979. Milk's legacy lived on as a martyred hero and inspired LGBT people to continue to fight for their rights.
This short period of time in America's history opened up people's eyes and revolutionized their views on gay rights in our country.